I used to believe betrayal was loud. Shouting, slamming doors, public fights. I was wrong. Betrayal is quiet. It smiles at you across the table. It pours you a drink. It asks about your day. And then it signs your life away while you're still saying thank you. The night before everything ended, my fiancée touched my hand and said, "Relax. You trust me, right?" I smiled and said, "Of course." That word ruined me. People think billionaires are paranoid. They think we expect everyone to steal from us. The truth is worse. When you win big, you want to believe someone loves you for you. Not your name. Not your money. Not your power. I wanted that more than anything. So I ignored the signs. "Just a formality," my lawyer said, sliding the document toward me. My business partner laughed. "Man, you read too much." "This is standard," my childhood friend added. "We've got your back. Always." 4 voices. 1 pen. I signed. The next morning my card didn't work. I stood at a cafe, holding a coffee I couldn't pay for, while the barista looked at me like I was lying. "I'm sorry," I said, confused. "Try again." She did. Declined. I laughed awkwardly and said, "That's impossible." But impossibility doesn't care who you are. By noon, my phone wouldn't stop vibrating. Banks. Assistance. Unknown numbers. By evening, the calls stopped. That's when I knew silence is never accidental. I drove to my office. Security didn't open the gate? One guard I'd known for years avoided my eyes and said, "Sir, I've been told you're not allowed inside." I remember asking very calmly, "Told by who?" He swallowed. "I'm sorry." That word again. When I finally reached my lawyer, he didn't panic. The board voted. The structure changed. "You signed consent," I said, "so you stole my company." He replied, "No. You gave it away." I hung up and called the only person who mattered. She didn't answer. I called again. Voicemail. I drove to her place. Her car was gone. Her closet was half empty. On the bed was a note. Just one line: "We need to talk later." Later never came. That night, I sat alone in a house that no longer felt like mine, staring at walls I paid for but didn't own. I kept asking myself one question. Not how they did it. But how long? Weeks, months, years. How many dinners were rehearsals? How many kisses were lies? The next few days blurred together. News articles started appearing. Former CEO steps down amid internal restructuring. Sources say mismanagement played a role. Mismanagement. I built everything from nothing. But now I was painted as careless. Irresponsible. Replaceable. Friends stopped calling. Partners canceled meetings. Doors that once opened automatically didn't even respond. That's when I learned the second truth about betrayal. People don't wait to see if you're innocent. They wait to see if you're still powerful. A week later, she finally called. Her voice was soft. Almost familiar. "We never meant to hurt you," she said. I laughed. Not because it was funny, because it was insulting. I asked, "Did you love me?" There was a pause, not denial, calculation. That was my answer. I didn't scream. I didn't beg. I didn't threaten. I just said, "I understand." And I hung up. That was the moment I stopped being broken. People think revenge starts with anger. It does and single quotes T. It starts with clarity. When pain burns out, something colder takes its place. Focus. I let them believe I was finished. I sold the car. I moved quietly. I stopped showing up. They relaxed. They always do. Because the worst thing you can do to someone powerful is make them think you're harmless. While they celebrated, I listened. While they expanded, I watched. Every contract leaves a shadow. Every lie creates evidence. Every betrayal leaves fingerprints. They were sloppy. They thought money made them smart. Money just made them loud. An old mentor once told me, "Never destroy someone directly if you can let the system do it for you." So I didn't attack. I adjusted. Loans failed. Audits appeared. Partners grew nervous. Nothing traced back to me. That was the beauty of it. One night, my former business partner called me, drunk and panicked. "Man, things are getting weird," he said. "Do you know anything?" I smiled in the dark and said, "No, but I hope it works out for you." That was the first crack. Then another. And another. They started turning on each other. Accusations. Fear. Regret. Betrayers are never loyal to one another. They only unite against strength. She came back when her world started collapsing. Her eyes were tired now. Her voice shaky. "I made a mistake," she said. No. She made a choice. I told her, "You didn't lose me when you betrayed me. You lost me when you thought he'd stay." I closed the door. Months later, the headlines changed. Investigations. Lawsuits. Arrests. I watched from a distance. No joy. No relief. Just silence. When everything was over, I had more than I started with. More money. More control, but fewer illusions. And that was the real victory. Because the truth is simple. They didn't just try to steal my billions, they tried to erase me. So I did the one thing they never expected. I survived. And then I destroyed every one of them, without mercy.